In a lush, sunlit forest, alive with the gentle rustling of leaves and the cheerful songs of birds, there stood a grand old oak tree, whose wide branches stretched gracefully toward the sky. Nestled on one of its strongest limbs lived a gentle white dove, known throughout the forest for her calm nature and kind heart. Each morning, she would awaken with the golden sunlight, softly humming as she preened her feathers and watched the world below come to life. The sparkling stream that flowed near the base of her tree reflected the sky like a moving mirror, and everything seemed peaceful and perfect. One warm afternoon, as a soft breeze drifted through the forest, the dove leaned forward and noticed something unusual. A tiny black ant was struggling in the rushing stream below. The current was stronger than it looked, and the poor ant was being swept away, its tiny legs scrambling desperately against the water. "Help! Someone please help me!" the ant cried, its voice filled with fear and exhaustion. The dove's gentle eyes widened with concern, and without a second thought, she sprang into action. Carefully, she plucked a fresh green leaf from the branch and positioned herself just right. With perfect timing, she released the leaf, watching as it floated down and landed near the struggling ant. The ant, barely holding on, reached out and climbed onto the leaf. Slowly, the current carried the leaf toward the safety of the shore. Once the leaf touched land, the ant crawled onto dry ground, breathing heavily but safe at last. Looking up toward the tree, the ant called out with gratitude, "Thank you, kind dove. You saved my life. I will never forget this." The dove smiled warmly and replied, "Take care, little one. The forest can be dangerous, but kindness makes it safer." With that, peace returned once again, and days passed as the forest continued its gentle rhythm. However, not all visitors to the forest came with good intentions. One quiet afternoon, as the sunlight began to soften into a golden glow, a hunter entered the woods. He moved slowly and silently, his eyes scanning the trees until they landed on the dove resting peacefully on her branch. Carefully, he lifted his slingshot and took aim, his focus sharp and unwavering. The forest seemed to hold its breath, unaware of the danger that was about to strike. But nearby, hidden among the grass, the same tiny ant spotted the hunter. Recognizing the dove and remembering her life-saving kindness, the ant felt a surge of determination. "I must help her, just as she helped me," the ant said to itself. Without hesitation, it rushed toward the hunter with all the speed its tiny legs could manage. Just as the hunter was about to release his shot, the ant bit down hard on his foot. "Ah!" the hunter cried out in sudden pain, his aim thrown off completely. The stone from his slingshot flew harmlessly into the distance. Startled by the noise, the dove quickly spread her wings and soared into the sky, escaping danger just in time. The hunter, frustrated and annoyed, stumbled away, leaving the forest as quietly as he had come. A few moments later, the dove circled back, her wings gliding gracefully through the air before she landed gently near the ant. The golden sunlight bathed the scene in warmth as she looked down with deep gratitude. "You saved me," the dove said softly. The ant smiled, its tiny face glowing with happiness, and replied, "You saved me first. I only returned your kindness." The two shared a peaceful moment, understanding the bond they now carried. As the sun slowly set and the forest returned to its calm and gentle state, their story became a quiet reminder carried by the wind and whispered among the trees, that no act of kindness is ever too small, and even the smallest creature can make the biggest difference when it chooses to help another.
Click the subscribe button and press the bell icon and become the part of our storytelling family.